The shuffle is what I consider one of the most essential grooves to be able to play. It's fun, it's quite challenging, and it can win you a lot of musical friends. When I say it's challenging, the challenging part is what we're doing with our snare drum hand, in my case, my left hand. So when I play this sort of shuffle, I'm playing quarter notes on the ride cymbal, quarter notes on the bass drum, 2 and 4 on the hi-hat, and I'm shuffling with my left hand, and I'm accenting on 2 and 4. So while it's seemingly quite simple, I've found it quite tricky to get my left hand to behave itself and to play the dynamics that's needed. The trick is to get the quarter notes accented on the ride cymbal and only the 2 and 4 accented on the snare drum. Now if I take that dynamic spectrum out of this groove, it sounds like this. I don't want to sound like that, I don't think you want to sound like that, and I don't think anyone wants to hear us sound like that. So the trick is, again, get that left hand nice and soft except for the 2 and 4, and the right hand a nice constant pulse on every quarter note. Slowly it might sound like this. So when you're shuffling along and everything's feeling good, you may want to try some different bass drum rhythms. I suggest working through the worksheet that's in my book, playing single notes in every permutation in a bar of 4/4 on the bass drum, and then again 2 notes and so on, all the time while maintaining the shuffle upstairs. So here's an example of that. And now with 2 notes permutating. You can also try playing through the reading text on page 144 on the bass drum. Here's the first 4 bars. There's lots of ways you can vary a shuffle. You can vary the rhythms played by the ride cymbal. Here's a couple of examples. The first one is playing the swing rhythm on the ride cymbal. In this version of the shuffle, the right hand plays the shuffle rhythm on the ride cymbal as well as the left hand playing the same rhythm on the snare drum. Another variation you can play of a shuffle is with the left foot on the hi-hat playing all the upbeats. It sounds like this. Another fun way to play a shuffle is one that the great Jeff Porcaro made famous. In this one, the left hand fills in the middle notes of each triplet. It gives a rolling feel, hence I've called it the rolling triplet shuffle. The trick to getting this shuffle to sound good is to be able to land the left hand ghost note after 2 and 4 as softly as possible. One way you can focus on this technique is to practice the Swiss Army triplet, playing everything but the accents as ghost notes. Then the same stick-in pattern, but now with the right hand transferred onto the hi-hat. When you've got this shuffle feeling good, you may want to add in some variations and different rhythms on the bass drum. So you can use this new pattern as an ostinato and read rhythms with the bass drum. Here's the first 4 bars of page 144 played on the bass drum. As you might have guessed, I love playing shuffles. And there's more of these shuffles and more variations of these shuffles and the tools you'll need to learn to play these shuffles in my book. If you want to purchase my book, there's a link to the website in the description to this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.